Mr. Paul Hughes. There you have it. First of all, Paul, thanks for coming in today. How you feeling? How's training camp going on?
Life is damn good, brother. Happy to be here in Fight Week.
All right, cool. First question comes in from Kane Musa.
Yes, Paul.
Yes, bro.
How are you, my brother?
Life's good.
As someone who's trained with you and someone who's followed your career, one thing that I've always admired about you is your confidence, right? And your confidence has always been unwavering. Now, my question is for you, where does this confidence come from? And the reason I'm asking is because some of the younger fighters who are looking up to you, and they need to understand, where does this confidence come from and why is it so strong?
So initially my confidence came from the work, and still to this day it comes from the work. But as I have progressed throughout my career, my confidence has now come from proof also, because I've been there many times now. This is my 4th world title fight, so I have a lot of proof that I am the man that I say I am.
Amazing.
Thank you, Kane. Thank you, Paul. Next question from the MMA doc, Rio Altair.
Paul, how confident are you're going to get the job done? Because it seems that the odds are against you in a way, having so much MMA power on your opponent's corner.
I've never been so confident. I've had a 10-month training camp and a rematch, so I've done 5 rounds. I've got plenty of reads. I've had a rematch before in my career for a world title. The second fight, I beat the guy 50-43 in some scorecards. So, never been more confident.
And how are you doing with the weight cut and your
Never
preparation?
been better. Never been better.
Good luck.
All right, question from the audience, please, from the media friends. Yes, Mohammed.
Yes, looking at the fight at January, what's the biggest hole you saw in Usman's fight?
The biggest what, sorry?
What's the biggest hole you saw in Usman's fight?
Well, he doesn't have any holes. That's the thing. We're competing at the highest level here. I would rate him as one of the top 5 fighters in the world, so there are no holes. It's up to me to implement my game plan better than his on Friday night.
Any more questions? I'm going to throw one. Yeah, Mr. Shaddy from the Shaddy Show.
President Paul Hughes, my question to you is, Habib famously said that you deserved the rematch, while Usman didn't agree with him. He thought he did not deserve the rematch. What do you think about the comments from Habib and the comments from Usman Nurmagomedov? And how do you think this fight is going to go differently from the first one?
Yeah, look, perhaps there's an argument for an immediate rematch, perhaps no. But I've went out there, I fought again, I had a 42-second knockout. I near killed the guy with the first punch, so I've earned my shot.
How do you think the fight is going to go differently from the first one?
I believe I finish him. I truly, truly do. I believe I drag him into deep water once again, and this time I drown him.
Do you have an official prediction for us, round or so?
My hand will be raised.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you, Shaddy. Paul, you obviously have a huge following in Europe. Now, coming into the fight this coming weekend, what kind of message do you want to send to all the fans here in the Middle East?
Keep supporting. I definitely believe that I gained a lot of fans here the last time after my first fight. I feel the love everywhere I go around the city. Like, I meet people and they were at the fight or they've seen highlights of the fight. So yeah, keep supporting, you know, and tune in on Friday night because it's going to be even more special.
I appreciate that. Any more questions from the media, please? Yes, sir.
Paul, if you will, if you win in the Friday, do you plan to give Usman a rematch?
No, he needs 3 or 4 more fights before I give him the rematch. No, I'm joking. Look, we're doing a trilogy right away, no question. He deserves a trilogy, but we're doing it.
Yeah.
Paul, if you do get the trilogy and you kind of settle this war, does the idea of ever going over to Dagestan to train with these guys after it's all said and done appeal to you?
Yeah, absolutely. When it's all said and done, for sure. Of course, I would love to take that opportunity someday. That'd be a really cool experience. But after, more so whenever I'm retired, for sure.
Paul, you mentioned earlier that you were going to finish your opponent. In which round?
Any round. Any round. You've seen the last fight, first punch, 42 seconds. You've seen many fights throughout my career, knockouts at different stages. I have the ability to knock anybody out at any time. I know that I have that in my arsenal, but I also have the ability with this training camp to win every single round also. So wherever it goes, it goes.
All right, thank you. Rio?
Just where do you see yourself excel more than him inside the octagon?
everywhere. I truly do believe that. I just know that my hand's getting raised on Friday night.
Have you heard from his camp that they're saying that it would be an entirely different plan for this fight?
Well, look, I mean, of course they're gonna have some different plans, as do I. I believe that he will try to wrestle earlier. I truly do believe that, and I welcome that. Yeah, I think a little bit more engagement of the wrestling in the early days, I believe, will happen.
So did I hear you right? You said you would welcome for him to wrestle you?
Absolutely.
Now, that being said, what sort of weaknesses have you found in Usman's game?
Again, no weaknesses. I don't think he has a hole in his game at all. As I said earlier, I just believe it's up to me to have a better game plan and to implement that on the night. That's the game. That's all that matters now.
All right, thank you, Paul. Yes, sir.
Before the first fight, there was a sense that Usman underestimated you. Do you think that he's underestimated you too, this fight?
So I've been asked this a lot, and to be honest, I think there's still something there that's underestimating me. I still believe he has that little bit of immaturity / arrogance that might get him in trouble on Friday night if he does not, if he does underestimate me. So, but we'll see.
Пол, вопрос такой. На сегодняшний день дагестанская школа ММА известна своей борьбой, при этом ирландская школа ММА борьбой не лечит. Были ли у тебя мысли поехать в какую-то Кавказскую республику, чтобы там как раз поднять свои скиллы в борьбе, либо, может быть, пригласить кого-то из кавказских бойцов, чтобы они помогли тебе подготовить?
So Dagestan is known for a wrestling school, you know, not like in Ireland. For example, I just wonder, did you think about going into that region, you know, like a Caucasian region to train your wrestling, or you just managed to, you know, invite somebody from that region, you know?
Yeah, I've got Irish grappling, brother, and it's a very different game. You know, mixed martial arts is a whole different style of grappling, and that's where I feel like I excel in the well-rounded mixed martial arts game, and those in-between moments is where I feel like I perform best. So no, I haven't seeked out anything like that, nor will I. I believe in my team.
So my question is, you obviously sparred with Ilya Taburya. Sparring is not a fighting, you know, it's different thing. I just wonder, was it harder for you to spar with Ilya, or was it harder for you to fight against Usman?
You can't compare them. I wish I could. I wish I could give you a good soundbite right now, but you can't compare sparring with a 5-round fight. That is just the realities. But of course, got a lot of reads, got a lot of insight into sparring Ilya. I think he was maybe 1 or 2 fights before he had fought for the belt. So at that point, I knew who he was, of course. I am a fan still to this day. I believe he's one of the best fighters in the world. But you know, in the future, that may happen for real.
Many consider Usman to be the man to stop Ilya, you know, in the hypothetical fight, you know. Do you consider
To
yourself?
stop? Oh, name me some Usman Nurmagomedov. Name me some times he stopped fights. I couldn't name many, to be honest.
All right, any more questions? Yes, sir.
Hey Paul, good luck in the fight. My question would be, if you win this fight, would you give Usman an immediate rematch, or would you make him take another fight?
I answered that one earlier there for somebody. But yes, we're going to do a trilogy.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Any more?
Just one more.
Yeah, King.
Also, in the last fight, what really impressed me was your ability to stop the takedowns. And I just want to know, when you felt that you was able to deal with the takedowns, did you feel the dynamics in the fight change? Did you feel his confidence start to dim, or how did you feel when you started to defend them?
Yeah, well look, the momentum definitely shifted towards the end of round 3, definitely round 4 and 5. You've seen the momentum shift. Of course, the head clash completely stopped that momentum at the end of the 4th round. There was a 3-minute interval to where, you know, the fight was stopped. 3 minutes is a hell of a long time, then followed by a minute rest in between the rounds. So the momentum was disrupted that time, but that's the game. Like, that is the fucking game. This is fighting, but this is why we love it also. Those odds may go in my favor this time with something, God knows, but that's why it's so exciting, you know, every time you get in there, because you really don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. You really don't, but that's why we love it.
And you know, the one thing is that I can say I was really, really amazed with the way that he was able to navigate through the whole fight. Each round you came up, you were stood up, you were strong, you were ready. And that's testament to your conditioning and obviously your camp. How has this camp been this time round? And do you feel like it was a better camp this time than it was for the previous fight?
Yeah, I don't know if you could say better because it's different. You know, I now have 5 rounds in the bank with him, so it's been a lot more tailored. That's what I would probably say. My camps are always 11 out of 10. It's always every single ounce of my energy. It has been that way since my amateur debut. It truly have, and that is why I'm in this position today. So better isn't the word. More specific is probably a better phraseology for that.
And have you blogged this camp as well? And is that going to be out? Because I know you've got your YouTube channel.
Yeah, absolutely. We're doing vlogs every week. We're going to do one every single day here for this fight camp. Yeah, they're fun, so definitely tune into them.
And my last question for you would be, for those younger fighters that are looking up to yourself, that want to be in your position, if you could give them one bit of advice, what would that advice be?
You must be all in. It must be everything. It has to be everything. You're not going to get there if it isn't everything, because you will be filtered out at some point. And in this game, it's not about who is first, it's about who's left. And yeah, that's the game. Staying in it and giving your entire being.
Good luck, Rob.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Rob. Thanks,
last
everyone.
2 questions only. Last 2 questions. Rizal?
Yes. What's your biggest takeaway from that fight about yourself?
Good question, but nothing, because I knew I was always this guy. Like I have so much proof of this, as I alluded to at the beginning of these interviews. I have so much proof that I am the person that I say I am, and that's why I don't have doubt. That's why I am able to enjoy this process. It's why I'm able to enjoy my walkouts. It's why I'm able to embrace this entire thing. It's because at the core I know who I am, and I know that I'm a competitor and that I give everything, you know.
All right, and before we wrap it up, describe Paul Hughes in 1 word.
Ambitious.
Thank you very much. Paul Hughes, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.